So for this question, I'm going to skip part 1 and part 2. I think they are quite easily done and most of you did not ask for this question. Now I'll probably go into part 3. Now, one of the things that I have to do part 3 is I have to use the result from part 1 and part 2. And from part 1, we do understand that ABD is similar to GED. This means that straight away, I'm going to write down the corresponding ratios. AB over GE is the same as BD over ED, is the same as AD over GD. Okay, so from here, straight away, you can see that, well, AD over GD is none other than 3 over 2. Okay, at the same time, we look at considering CG over GF, right? So CG over GF. Okay, now we also know that CG over GF is also the same as GE over BC, right? So we know that earlier, EFG similar to BFC, right? We also know that basically EF over BF is the same as EG over BC, is the same as FG over FC. Right, so the guys that we're interested in are probably over here. Right, CG is part of CF and GF is also part of this. So this is probably the fraction that we are most interested in. Okay, now one of the things you note is if you consider from this part, if I look at AGE over AB, right, it also should be in the same ratio of 3:2. It tells me that considering AB to GE, this is 3:2. At the same time, AB to BC is in a ratio of 1:2. So AB is to BC is in a ratio of 1:2. Right? So because I want these two to be the same so that I can get a good comparison between BC and GE, I will multiply this by 3. This is the same as 3:6. So it means that if I were to be able to compare 1:2 is the same as 3:6, so that I can compare BC and GE. This means that if I say CBC as 6 units and GE as 2, then the ratio here, this is 6:2. I can tell myself that BC over GE is the same as 6/2. Okay, so this over here is the same as 2/6. So straight away, the ratio FG over FC, if I consider FG, sorry, is it FG or GF, GF instead of FG over FGF over CF is the same as 2/6. And CF is the same as CG plus GF. At the same time, CF is the same as CG plus CF plus GF. Okay, CF is the same as CG plus GF. GF again is 2 units. Right, so it's like I'm saying that GF, which is 2 units over 6. Okay, or GF over CG plus GF is 2/6. Right, so if I'm considering this is 2 units, this is 2 units. Right, that means I'm saying that if this is 2, then CG likely will be taking 4 units. Right, because 6 minus 2, right? So therefore, CG is 4 units. GF will be taking on 2 units. Then if I consider CG to GF, CG, GF, that will just be 4:2 or 2:1 to simplify. So that is part 3. Now part 4, given further that EFG is 5 cm square, we know that this is 5 cm square. So let me just highlight it for you. EGF here, this is 5 cm square. I'm supposed to find what is the area of BCGE. Okay, so to find BCG, we know that BCG is actually part of the bigger triangle, which is B, C, and F. So let me look at triangle EFG, the area ratio of triangle EFG over the area ratio of triangle BFC. This should be the square of the side ratio, which is the same as GF over CF. Okay, so GF over CF, as earlier we know that it's just 2 over 6 or 1 over 3 square. Okay, let me just write it down nicely here so it doesn't confuse you. This is the same as GF over CF, which is square, which is the same as 2 over 6 square or 1 over 3 square. And recall earlier, this is 2 units, this is 6 units. Okay, then over here, EFG, as we know, is equals to 5. Right, this means that if we have 5 over the area of triangle BFC, 1 over 3 square is 1 over 9. And finally, our answer turns out to be the area of BFC will be 45 units. Now, if the area of BFC is 45 units, right, sorry, not 45, but 45 cm square. And if we want to find the area of our quadrilateral BCGE, we just need to take the area of BFC, subtract away the area of triangle GEF, which is 45 minus 5, right? So remember, this is 45, this is 5. To find this, all right, 45 minus 5, and our answer is 40 cm square. Thank you.